Hey guys, it's Brandon, creator of Happily Dressed, a fashion blog dedicated to self-acceptance, self-confidence, and self-sufficiency, and welcome back to the channel. This video is a very exciting one because it is impromptu. I was helping my mom put up the Christmas tree the other day and I found this photo, which I'm going to put up on the screen. My mom is the one smiling with her teeth open and the bang, and then they both have bangs. And then sitting to my left of her is my aunt, and she's wearing this amazing overall jumpsuit kind of thing, which I think is so cool. And immediately when I saw it, I was like, I have to make this. So I went to the studio, I jumped on Instagram Live. Shout out if you caught that. It's actually still saved on my profile, so you can go watch me draft out the front and the back of this jumpsuit overall combination. So yeah, I thought I'd hop on YouTube and finish the rest of the video. So I've already drafted my pattern, and now I'm just gonna get to it. I just need 2 fronts, 2 backs, an extended waistband, 2 straps, and then a zipper for the back zip, because we will not be doing a zipper fly today, which makes it easier for me. We'll just be doing a back zip that you can see, which I have no problem with. But let's get started. Alright guys, so my crystals make a comeback as pattern weights. I used my front and back patterns to cut out from the fabric, and because this was plaid, I wanted to make sure I matched up my pattern. I made sure that the plaid lines matched up on the front and backs of the pattern. Next, I went ahead and drew in the darts for the front. They're about 1 inch wide and 4.5 inches down. I marked that on both the insides of both fronts, and then went ahead and sewed those down. Next, I matched up the front pieces, right sides facing, pinned them down, and then sewed them at a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Once that was done, I wanted to put it against my body just to see if the side seam would land in the right place. And it might be a little too big, but that's okay. I went ahead and moved on to pockets because that can be fixed later. And these would be internal pockets, which are some of the most fun pockets to do. I went ahead and drafted out a simple pattern to test it out, and I'd be cutting out 4 pieces. I ended up actually making them more round on the inside as well, just so I'd have less fabric moving around. After that, I took 2 of the 4 pockets that I cut out and faced them right sides facing on the front, and pinned them down so I could sew them down at a 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. Once I sewed those down, I went to the sewing machine and pressed them open as well, and then top stitched. And once that was done, it should look something like this. It looks like big elephant ears, honestly, which is so funny. So I went ahead and sewed the back closed, but I started about 4 inches down, so that way I can make room for a zipper. I'm also sewing this down at a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Once that was done, I did the same pocket routine for the back as well, putting them right sides facing, sewing them down at a 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, pressing them out. And then from there, I laid the front and the backs right sides facing on each other to sew closed. And then when you go to the sewing machine, you're gonna wanna sew down that side seam and then go in towards the pocket and around the pocket, back up the pocket and out into the pant again and down at that 1/2 inch seam allowance. And that's how you get that hidden seam pocket. Alright guys, so I finished putting the front and back together. Honestly, it sits pretty nicely because then we'll have the extended waistband sit like right here almost, because that's my belly button, so like maybe right above the belly button, and then the straps come up from there. But this is sitting pretty nicely. I have it clipped in the back where the zipper's supposed to go. It needs to come in some. I wanted to show you guys the inseam pockets, so like they hide neatly, and like you can like press this closed, so people won't even be able to tell that you have pockets on the side. But it's late and I want to go home and eat some dinner, so I will save that for tomorrow. So the next day I went ahead and serged all sides, now that I like the shape of them, so that way the piece could be more finished at the end. And I went ahead and pressed all those seams open as well. I think ironing is such an important step of sewing that a lot of people don't think about or even do because it's so much work, and it is, but it is well worth it in the end. Next, I went ahead and measured the waist of the pant bottom so that way I could get a number for the extended waistband. which was 35.5, I believe. And I made it about 4.5 inches tall. And from there, I took the waistband and pinned it onto the waist of the pant all the way around. And then I'm gonna sew it down at a 1/2 inch seam allowance as well. And once that's done, I went ahead and pressed it up into the waistband with my iron and then folded down the top after I serged it a 1/2 inch and sewed that down to finish the hem of the top of the extended waistband. And this is what that looks like. I'm really happy with that. Alright guys, so this is how the extended waistband is fitting at the top, which is awesome. I'm trying to think if I want to tackle the zipper next, because all of that is still open. If I want to tackle the zipper next, or get the straps cut out. So I chose to do the straps, so I went ahead and clipped the pants closed and used my measuring tape to get a general idea of what I wanted the length of the straps to be, since they wouldn't be adjustable. And I believe the number I landed on was 37.5. Yep. And from there, I cut it out about 3.5 inches wide and 37.5 inches long. And then I took those bad boys to my serger and serged the sides closed. If you don't have a serger, that's totally fine. You can just sew the sides closed. And then I went ahead and flipped them out and turned them. Sometimes this is the most tedious part, but that's okay. After that, I pressed them down flat, so that way they'd lay flat. And then serged the edges. And here is what the finished product looked like. 2 working straps. Now moving on to the zipper, you'll want to press your remaining open seam on the back in at 1/2 inch, just like you sewed it down at 1/2 inch. I think that pressing it in makes it a lot easier to attach to the zipper. So I did that with my iron, and then I came back and put that seam flush against the zipper on both sides and pinned that down, so that way I could sew it closed. And this is me trying it on to make sure that it would still fit. And then from there, you just want to make sure you're careful. You can even use a zipper foot for this. And you want to just make sure that the seam is flushed against the zipper teeth and not covering the zipper teeth, so you don't run into the zipper teeth by accident. Next, I am attaching my straps. I was going to show you the whole process, but my brother called me halfway through, so you get me attaching one strap. And then I'm sewing them both on after I figured out the right placement. This is me checking the straps to make sure that they fit the way I want it to. The jumpsuit is basically done, and now I'm going to hem the bottom. Alright guys, I'm like fighting the light because it's getting dark, but it's all done. And I actually have a shirt here that matches the shirt similar. It's similar to the shirt that my aunt wore. So I'm gonna put that on and then try this bad boy on and see what it looks like. Oh wait, where my pocket's at? There they are. I might give you guys a horizontal or a vertical view so that way you can see it better. It's all done. That's what the back looks like. It is a little uneven at the top, which is unfortunate. And it would be better with an invisible zipper, but I don't want to do all that. I mean, honestly, I really enjoy it. I might hem it up just a little bit more as well. Even though, like, this is kind of exactly where it falls in my aunt's picture. Sitting down. I don't want the straps to be too big. That felt gimmicky, but very cute. I enjoy it. So that is the end of this week's video. I really did hope you guys enjoyed it. Also, in real time happening right now, I was featured in New York Times, which is awesome. An article written by Hannah. Her last name, I do not want to butcher it, but I will leave a link down below to read the article. It's about men entering the sewing field. It's so awesome. Norris Dante Ford is in there. Also, the guy from TikTok, Joe, I'm gonna butcher his last name too. Just go read it. You'll see what I'm talking about. And there's some really cool people in the article as well. And yeah, I'm just happy to be featured and super cool to be in the lineup of so many other cool men. So yes, I will link that down below. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, video, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up. Hello to all the new subscribers. I feel like we just hit 10,000 and now we're at like 11.5, which is crazy, or 11.4, I think, which is insane. But hello everyone, hope you enjoyed this content. Also follow me over on Instagram so you can catch more of my lives when I will go. And I think I want to do that more often as well. Go on live and show you how I draft things out for different projects. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.